All right, this assignment proved kind of hard for some people. I want to remind you, in the top part, when it says circumscribe, you're going to use perpendicular bisectors. So I'll put a little note here. Use perpendicular bisectors. And on this one, you are finding the in-center, and you're going to use angle bisectors. And you're going to find the in-center, you're going to draw this. So on the in-center, you will have the circle inside. Here is a partially completed one I did yesterday. But I will show you how to do all this. On the circumscribed circle, it's the circumcenter is the intersection of perpendicular bisectors. This line here is a perpendicular bisector of this side of the triangle. This line right here is the perpendicular bisector of this side of the triangle. You only need to find two because they will intersect all in the same spot. Even if I found this third one, it would go perpendicular right through that point. But you make sure you do them correctly and they'll intersect at that one point. The same thing here. So I'm going to do that on this. As a refresher, this is one perpendicular bisector all by itself, but you'll be repeating that process 2 times. And then again, angle bisector, on this side. Angle bisector for the others. All right, here we go. So first of all, I'm going to bisect this side here, and I'm going to set my compass to something more than half the distance. Now I could go big, but if I do that, I'd be making marks clear down here into this other area. So I'm going to see, maybe it might dip down maybe above those words, but this is more than halfway the length, but I'll put my compass on the point here, and I'll make a mark above, and I'll make a mark below. If you get stuck, just go back and watch the video. So I put my compass here, make a mark above and below, keep my compass the same setting, and go to the other end of that side and make a mark above and below. Then with my protractor, I connect these two. And since I'm looking for the circumcenter, I'm going to draw this. I don't have to draw to this point. I'm just going to go here because I know it's going to cross somewhere in this area, the other bisector. And now I'm going to rotate. I'm going to actually rotate my paper and move the camera a second and do this. All right, now I'm going to bisect this side, perpendicular bisector. Follow the same process. Set my compass to more than halfway. It could be bigger, but you just don't want it less than halfway. So I'm going to go with that right there. I'll put my compass point here, and there's the line I'm bisecting. So I'm going to make a mark above and a mark down below. It's getting kind of close to that other assignment, but oh well. Then I will come over here and I'll put my compass on the other end of that segment and make a mark right there. And another one, very carefully not to change my compass, make a mark right there. And those are my 2 points. I need 2 points to make a line. I line it up, this point and this point, and I don't need to draw the line clear down here. I just need to draw there, and that is my point of intersection. Now it's a little bit different than the one I did yesterday. Let me rotate the paper back. So you'll see here's today's. Yesterday's was a little bit further to the right and maybe down, but again, this is not exact. We're using, imperfect materials, whatever. Now, the radius of the circle that is circumscribed around, that's what that means. About means on the outside. The radius is the distance from this intersection to any of these vertices. So I could put my the center of my compass here and measure to there, and that's the same distance as from here to here, which is the same as from here to here. So I will set my compass to this point, and my hand's not in the way. I'll come around. And I will adjust my compass until it reaches that. let's see. Put that there, and that's pretty close. And I won't adjust it, but you'll also see that it's the same as that distance there. Oh, a little bit off, but you know, that's expected. It's not gonna be 100% perfect because we're dealing with imperfect tools. Pencils, I don't think they went, well, they may have. Scientists use a little more accurate tools. Yeah, forget me, I'm rambling. And I'm trying my best to make it darker so you can see. If I had more space on my desk, sometimes it's easier to rotate the paper underneath the compass. But anyway, there you go. So from here, if you did it perfect, which I did not, it would touch exactly there. But that is a circle circumscribed about or around the outside of that triangle. The next one I'm going to do a little bit faster, okay? So see if you can follow along. I'm going to bisect this one. That's interfering with my writing. Then I'm going to bisect this one. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like that's right on that spot there. And this one. Sometimes make sure you see which these marks belong to this triangle. These marks here are from me working down there. This is the one I'm using for up above. I'm sorry, to the side, and it's with that point. Always keep track of your points. Okay, and this is the circumcenter. This is perpendicular there now. This is perpendicular there. I did not make my marks, but I should have made them here and here so you could see. Now I'm going to set my compass in the center at that intersection, and I will measure the distance of that vertex, which is that one, which is also the same as that one. And there's my circle. Also doesn't help that I'm using a $3 compass. Oh, it just moved. Okay, hang on. Exercise patience. All right, so there's that circle. Good. Now moving on to the in-center. The in-center is using angle bisectors. Personally, I think angle bisectors are easier to draw. You start at a point, and it doesn't matter the distance. You can go half, you can go less than half, whatever. But I'm going to make a mark here and here. Then I'm going to move my compass to the mark I made and make a mark there, switch it, and make a mark there. I'm going to go back and double check this one because I thought it moved. Nope. So now I connect this intersection with the vertex. And that's what I saw a lot of people doing on this. The line should never go through a vertex. There are some special cases when it will, but not that. And I don't need to draw the line all the way through. I know the in-center will be somewhere in here because I'm going to have a line that goes from here somewhere past this angle. I can kind of guess it might be right in this area. Again, I can visualize a line coming through here, and it's probably going to hit again somewhere in that area. So I'm going to bisect this angle, follow the same process. My marks might be in the way, so I'm going to make a mark there. Oh, all right, right there and there. The marks do get in the way, so it's this one right there. I'll make a mark out here. You just have to keep track of your marks. And there we go. Like I said, there's the in-center. And the in-center is the circle inside the triangle. So I'll put my compass here, and I'm going to set my compass to such that it doesn't come out past the side. I will play with it a little bit, there is a formula, there is a method to find it exactly. So there it is. That looks like I've got it measured right. I'm just going to rotate my paper. If you got a desk that's free of clutter, it'll be fine. Anyway, there's a circle, and it intersects with the sides of the triangle in only one spot. There, there. It does not, it's not where these lines go. It is not where the lines go. It is where the circle touches. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time, this triangle. Again, set my compass, make a mark there, make a mark there, reposition, make a mark where I think it's going to go, make a mark, connect it. Again, somewhere in here it's going to go because this line's going to come right around there is where it's going to cross. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the bisector for that angle right there. I'll reposition. I'm going to make my compass just a little bit bigger so my mark is way out here. It's fine to adjust it as long as you adjust it after you've made those first two marks. And then I just need to see where that is, and that is my in center, which is the center of a circle that is inside the triangle. Put your compass point right on that intersection and adjust your compass so it hits. Yep, oh, I think I might have moved my compass. My compass stretched just a hair. It doesn't help that I'm not using the right pencil on this compass either. Well, yeah, never mind. It's just cheap. All right, so that is good enough. And that's what it should look like. That's all four. Straighten that out. I had a few papers underneath too. Sometimes that helps with the metal tip going through the paper and having something to grab. But these are inscribed circles using the in-center. These are circumscribed circles using the circumcenter. These use perpendicular bisectors. These use angle bisectors. So these angles, that's congruent with that one. This angle is the same as this one. This angle is the same as that one. And this angle is the same as that one. All right.